Good morning. Today I have Kara, Trial Examination 2025, Paper 1, questions with answers, and they are as follows. Those are the questions. The first question we have, how the learning of CRE in school promotes the goal of national development. And the answers as follows. We have that CRE encourages the learners to have a positive attitude towards work. That is the same answer. As hard work is encouraged or laziness is discouraged. Learning CRE helps the learner to acquire virtues and moral values which promote economic development. CRE discourages vices which hinder national development. Learners are equipped with knowledge, skills which lead to career development. Learners are taught their duties and responsibilities as human beings, the need to develop the environment. Learners are taught the need to use their talent for the development of the nation. CRE stresses the importance of peace, love, and unity, which contributes to a favorable working environment. Learners are taught to appreciate their cultural and that of others to promote national cohesion. Responsibilities given to human beings by God in biblical creation stories. We have human beings are to cultivate the land. They are also to guard and protect the land. They should procreate and have children. They should be in charge of the animals. They were to give names to God's creation. They were to feed from the plants. They should obey God's command. They should marry for companionship. Human beings should help each other. They're also supposed to subdue and have dominion over the earth. See part of it. Key ways in which the Bible is misused in Kenya today. 1. It is used to take oaths in courts or offices by people who may not be saying the truth. It is kept in places associated with evil, especially the brothels. There's distortion of the Bible teaching, whereby some people use specific verses to fulfill their individual demands. We have that some people use the Bible like ordinary textbook. It is being used in witchcraft, cults to mislead others. Some new versions translated have changed the original meaning of the Bible. Some people are using it to enrich themselves. Then the Bible is not used for spiritual growth, but it is kept for display. Some people use the Bible to threaten others, or they administer Kcse. Question 2. We are asked about the instructions given to Abraham by God on circumcision. This one we are to refer from Genesis 17 verse 9 to 14. 1. God commanded Abraham to circumcise himself. All other male of the family, all servants, foreigners living in Abraham's house were to be circumcised. It was used to be done on the 8th day after birth. It was to be a continuous practice among the Jews. It was to serve as a sign of the covenant for the people. It was to be compulsory. It was to be a compulsory practice. It was done through the cutting of the foreskin, and those not circumcised will be considered outcast. What was the importance of circumcision to Abraham and his descendants? It was a bond between God and Abraham's descendants. It was an outward show of an inner faith to identify Israelites as the people of God, to confirm Abraham's faith and obedience to God. It put Abraham as the father of faith to all nations. To receive God's blessing, all Israelites must undergo this ritual. Question C. Why do people enter into covenants today? 1. To promote peace. 2. To trade agreements. Trade agreements help nations to develop economically. Unity between people is promoted, for instance, through reconciliation, which enable people to develop trust in each other. People are enlightened of their rights, to formalize serious commitments, to secure mutual benefits. Covenants establish sacrifices, sacred and spiritual bonds. Covenants build trust between the parties involved. Question 3. Give reasons why Samuel was against kingship in Israel. This one is found in 1 Samuel 8:10 to 20. These are the reasons. This is from one work. The demand for a king was seen as a rejection of Yahweh as their unseen God king. The king would force their sons to serve him as soldiers. The Israelites would be like other nations which did not know Yahweh. That is, they lose their identity as the covenant people. God will reject them as his people. He will not hear their pleas when they call. The king would overtax them. The king would grab their land. The king would make them slaves. The king would introduce forced labor. And the king would take their daughters as perfumers, cooks, and bakers. Then be part of it. Ways in which King David promoted the worship of Yahweh in Israel. 1. He brought the Ark of the Covenant to Jerusalem. He made Jerusalem a holy city where the Israelites from all over the land came for important religious occasions. He composed the Psalms which were used in worship by the Israelites. He made preparations for the constructions of the temple. He showed respect to the prophets of Yahweh. When he made mistakes, he repented. He sought for God's guidance in whatever he wanted to do. Then give lessons that Christian, which are the lessons that Christian learn from the failures of King Saul. Christians should be patient. They should avoid evil deeds. Christians should obey God. Christians should have faith in God alone. Christians should respect people anointed to do the will of God. Christians should not be greedy. Christians should be responsible. Christians should repent and ask for forgiveness. Christians should be honest in their dealings.